What charges do the ex-deputy defense minister face? Which corruptor got 12 years behind bars? Why did NABU detectives go to London? And who hit the wanted list last month? Hello, I am Svetlana Olifira, NABU's spokesperson. You are watching our April News Digest. Here we go! The Ministry of Defense lost almost 12 million hryvnias because of its executives. In 2020, the then deputy minister, together with the head of one of the departments, excluded suppliers' obligation to deliver products and timely replenish emergency food stocks from food contracts. Hence, the armed forces had to do it on their own using budget funds, equipment and personnel. In April, both officials were served with charges. The investigation is ongoing. If the guy is ready to cooperate, there will be no problems with unblocking. These are the words of a tax official in the Lviv region who asked businesses for a 1.5% kickback of the amount of unblocked tax invoices. NABU and SAPO collected evidence of her accepting about 200,000 hryvnias and served charges. NABU and SAPO completed the investigation of the owner of an agricultural holding who bribed the head of the State Fiscal Service in exchange for priority VAT reimbursement to his companies. The overall amount of undue advantage made $5.5 million and more than 21 million euros, which finally led to charges. In April, the case file was disclosed. Upon review by the defense, it will go to court. NABU and SAPO have put 7 suspects in a massive state property fund fraud on a wanted list. All of them were members of a criminal organization involved in the embezzlement of more than 500 million hryvnias of the Odessa port plant and the United Mining and Chemical Company. Now, the High Anti-Corruption Court is choosing measures of restraint for them, which will be applied after their detention. The brother of the ex-head of the State Agency for Investment and National Projects got on the dock. He is accused of being involved in the embezzlement of almost 260 million hryvnias allocated for the implementation of the national projects Quality Water and Olympic Hope 2022. In 2012-2014, the money was siphoned off to the accounts of companies in Cyprus owned by the official's brother. At the moment, measures are being taken for his extradition from Slovakia to Ukraine. The court will consider the case of the ex-head of the Ministry of Defense Capital Construction Department and a developer. It was his company which the ministry paid more than 18 million hryvnias for 96 flats for the military in the suburbs of Kyiv. Although the housing was unfit for living, the ministry's executive turned a blind eye to it and agreed to the transfer of funds. Both are about to stand a fair trial. 12 years behind bars with confiscation of property. This is the verdict of the High Anti-Corruption Court for the director of a private joint stock company involved in the appropriation of over 40 million hryvnias of the state-owned enterprise Ukrchimtrans Amiak. The court also ordered the forfeiture of over 1.5 million hryvnias of bail into the state's revenue. NABU detectives and investigators of the National Crime Agency of Great Britain conducted joint investigative actions in London. It is about the inquiry into a criminal organization in Odessa that was exposed in the fall of 2021. As a result of joint work, the detectives obtained necessary evidence. Such cooperation is an example of the effective use of the international legal cooperation tool and information exchange. We thank our British colleagues for their contribution. The post-war reconstruction of Ukraine will require control over the use of the funds and a timely response to their possible embezzlement. To this end, the Office of Inspector General of the U.S. Department of State has set up cooperation and exchange of information with the National Bureau. We believe that our joint efforts will secure the most effective use of the funds allocated for Ukraine's restoration. This was the April top news from NABU. Check our website for more exposures, investigations, and cases in court. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching. Stand with Ukraine.